What's up, everybody? Jim Beaver here, and I just wanted to welcome you to the Misadventure Great Lakes 100 presented by Jim Beaver eSports. Yes, taking a little bit of time off, but Jim Beaver eSports back in the game. Big shout out to my boy Chris Leone for making all of this happen, and thanks to all of you for coming out and racing the event. This weekend, I will be with my new clothing brand, Misadventure. Yes, it's going to go public here pretty quick. You guys are getting an insider look at some of the cool stuff we've got with the brand. Launching the website in the next couple of weeks. I'll be out here at the Run What You Brung Jet Ski Regatta riding my Kawasaki stand-up and selling some merchandise. So we want to get you guys in on the ground floor. Make sure, go check it out. Maybe we'll do some giveaways for some swag as we get closer. And also drink my Misadventure IPA beer. But you know what? You guys need to go racing. Welcome to the event, and thank you guys for coming out and making it happen and participating. And make sure and follow us on social media for more on Misadventure.
You're looking live at Bark River in the great state of Michigan for the S2 Motorsports in the Misadventure Great Lakes 100. Voice you probably didn't think you would ever hear again, Terry Radford alongside Taylor Burris. And we're ready to call 100 minutes, Taylor, of jumpy trucks.
Not just jumpy trucks, but we also have, of course, jumpy cars and also some other exciting racing that we'll have here today. Terry, I mean, first and foremost, it's been too long. We miss you, and was glad to have you back. I know you said you wouldn't be coming back unless a certain
I'm only booked for 3. I'm only booked for 3.
But still, you asked for a certain requirement, and you asked and you received, and here we are.
I got what I asked for, and I'm back for 3 events. I'll do these, and then so long farewell. This is my last. I'm done. We're done. So we got a lot of great teams out here. We got Pro 4s, Subarus, Pro 2s, Beetles. Going to be a great time, great 100 minutes of a show. We got a lot of guests that'll come through here and talk with us. Chris Leone will be in here having a conversation. I think Trevor Teal said he's coming to race as well. That's a part of the PLT Motorsports team. But Taylor, man, I like the dirt stuff.
Well, I mean, it's some of the most exciting form of racing, and yet it's a small community that comes together week after week that competes in some of the biggest off-roads on official series that are going on, but also the league series, like such as this with S2 Motorsports. And it's great to see us. Hopefully, down the road, there is a little bit of talk that we saw in the past development update that these cars, that this type of racing will get some much needed love as far as content and other things. So we'll see what happens here. And we'll probably talk to Chris Leone a little bit about that.
They need one. We'll look at the schedule here. Obviously, we're here at Bark River. Wild West will be August 29th, and then December 26th. I ran this event last year. It was pretty cool for the Group Therapy 100 at Crandon. Had a great time running it. The truck was fun, and this event was also cool as well. You'll see all 3 of these in between Jim Beaver eSports' YouTube and Racecraft's as well. So stay tuned to all of those. And if you want to participate, don't be afraid to go follow S2 Motorsports on Twitter and send the message in and out of there. You take a look, Taylor Burris, this is what Bark River looks like.
Yeah, Bark River, a 12-turn, 1.5-mile circuit that provides some exciting forms of different styles of racing that you try to have to overcome high banks, high jumps, low jumps, and then, of course, you got your bouncy sections of the course that you got to be careful with. So it's not like what we are used to seeing over at Crandon, where we get the exciting Crandon run to kick off the races. Here it's going to be a little bit less chaotic, but still fun, full of excitement, and we're happy to have you with us here on Racecraft TV to see the action. And here's teardown of your classes. Of course, the unlimited trucks will be utilizing the Pro 4 off-road trucks. The unlimited cars will be utilizing the Subaru WRX STIs rallycross cars, and then the limited trucks and limited cars, the Pro 2s and the Volkswagen Beetle Lite cars.
And we'll have a ton of teams as we get to go, and we'll take a look at the race analysis. 100 minutes. It's a team race, damage off, and no cautions or restarts. Once we drop the green flag, that is it. A lot of great pairings along the way that we'll see here in this race. Some have 2 drivers, some have 3. Not a lot have 3, but you got drivers like Thaddeus Marshall, Franklin Monick, Rance Llewellyn. That's one of the cool names that'll be out there. You take a look at the final little bits of, I believe we're wrapping up qualifying, if I'm correct. So qualifying is wrapping up in about 10 or so seconds, but Taylor, it's going to be a good time. 100 minutes, son.
And the big thing is no damage, no cautions. It's just going out there and racing to your heart's intent for the next 100 minutes and just put on a good show for all of us here tonight.
Yeah, and for the people that watched the initial opening of the show with Jim Beaver and the Misadventure brand, pay attention to that one. Follow him on social media. He has a link that'll take you to the page for the new clothing brand. And he mentioned an IPA. Not an IPA guy myself, but I'll try anything once.
Yeah, give it one shot as we have a couple of cars just flying through the air here as we get ourselves situated for the final seconds of qualifying. And so we extended it just a little bit to make sure everyone gets their final attempt of a lap in, but looking at over 31 cars entered for tonight's race.
Pretty good car count. It's going to be fun to see what some of these drivers are going to do here this afternoon. I mean, Bark River is one of those classic racetracks, and I like how you mentioned that there was some content out there. I'm sure talking to Chris, we'll pull something out of maybe what's on the horizon. It was journalism Thursday for Pat McAfee on his show. So what do you say? You want to be journalist today, Taylor?
Well, we always want to be journalists when it comes to this type of stuff and finding out the good, juicy details of what's to come when it comes to iRacing. We already saw some great pictures of the new GT3 cars coming next week.
Yeah, we did. We could be better journalists than people at TMZ or the Scotty Scheffler thing or whatever.
The shame here.
Yeah, straight professionalism here for the whole 100 minutes. Just straight professionalism from the beginning. Barney's waving his arm half to death, and I don't see any vehicles on the racetrack. So it looks like we're about to get ready to swing over to race time and get ready for a starting lineup here this afternoon. Speak and we succeed. Going to go through names. You got Zach Blanche down there with 10mm sockets, Eric Whitner with Teletubbies, Jacob Alexander with Lampoon Racing, Cam Peterson back there in your Beetle with Nitro Circus Sim Racing, James Truman and TRM Motorsports, and Aiden Irving with TG Racing.
Moving on down the field, we'll see Turn 3 eSports with Dennis Crosby behind the wheel. Corey Vandeveer will be in the Racecraft Academy 269 with Trevor Teal in the PLT Motorsports in the Subaru. He'll start second place in his class. Brian Sawyer will be in the move over at Speedy Time 535 with Matt Kalish in the Grills, and Josh Mertz in the JC Sim Sports.
Yeah, you'll see the stuff back there. Cody Winicky and Team Cody Winicky will start back there second in class. There's a lot of their class in here. Christian Noble with Galathia, and then Nick Nowak in Team AMX. John Noenbinger and Core Racing Network. Wes Graham in the Racecraft Academy Blue. Then Matthew Grove for Slaypex Racing Team.
Moving on down the line, we'll see the Alexander Miller 247 Jumpy Trucks Industry machine, followed by Matthew Moritz in the Squadra Stuns in third place in the Subaru class. Joseph DiMaccomo will be in the Crime Pays, but Sim Racing doesn't. That's a truth right there. And Gerard Tofino with the Saints and Sinners Racing. Leo Mora in the Omega Racing Team Off-Road, and Corey Bondinot in the SRC Miller team.
I keep getting the hard names, keep coming. Zach Mitchell back there with PFAAFO Racing. Solomon Borenschinger, I said that one correctly, with GPU Genocide Racing. James Mowich in PBR Racing. Hondo Longmire and Team Dondo. And then Lance Elkins for Hurricane Dirt Racing. That's funny. And then Ricky Harden back there with Bubbling Dirty Sliding Maniacs.
Absolutely love that one. And then John Borston, Snoops, there it is. Jacob Raffas in the Nitro Circus Sim Racing team. Bobby Blowers in the Orlando Outlaws Esports Team Black. And Cole Baker, probably one of the most sassiest teams, the Sasquatch Racing team. They'll start tailing Charlie in this 34 truck field.
Well, happy you could spend your 100 minutes, hour 40 on the docket at Bark River on Racecraft and Jim Beaver eSports for the Misadventure Great Lakes 100. As we say, I was going to mimic Evan Pasoko here. I'll wait for them to get out of the corner, and we will definitely do it.
Waiting.
Want to mock Evan for a second. Love him. Let's go racing sim racers.
And they're off already. Just high flying action as they try to crest over the hill. We'll see some chaos of who will survive out of here at turn number 2 as they come jumping their way towards the back half of the course.
Context isn't our thing here, but we got a ton of drivers sliding through here in between, mixed in with the Beetles, the Pro 2, Subarus, and the 4s. Subarus last time we were here were really good. We kind of noticed that they were great. As one's off the racetrack already. Couldn't see who that one was, but caught a little piece of it. I believe that was a Pro 4. Oh, Ricky Harden. Harden already hard in the wall?
He is hard on the wall indeed here, so a tough break for him. A couple of other cars already just flying over. Whoa, Snoop, there it is. Absolutely end over end. That's John Forge. If we can get a replay of that, that was absolutely terrifying.
Oh, more carnage happening on in the back. See, first lap here is always the greatest.
Yeah.
You got the 12 turns through here, and through all 12, there's always some type of carnage in every one, especially on the initial start. Look at there, you got them beating and banging back here, you know, hip checking, another Beetle up and over.
Let's just say this is full contact sport at its finest, and if you get hit or you get turned around, don't be mad. Just go back around and have some fun with it.
Or just wreck them again.
Well, that's
like go right back at them, you know what I'm saying? Just run straight for them. Take a look back there, like this Jacob Alexander in that number 55. We'll go on board with him for a second, as we'll see if he can actually get up here. I don't see anybody shifting. There he goes.
There it goes. Downshift right there. And I almost thought it was a Whataburger logo right there on the side of his truck right there. But
you hungry?
A little. No, I just ate. It's Winnebago. So
what'd you have for dinner?
Oh, I had some rice, some chicken, and some broccoli.
Oh, okay. So I had rice, but I had tacos instead. So that works.
You know what? I love you for that.
I do. I enjoy tacos. I went to the store for Spanish rice today. Here's Cody Vanderveer back here. He's running in the Pro 2s, leader. He's over Noah back there in the 217, and got a little wild there for a second. We'll see what he can do in the 269. Very nice.
Very nice indeed as he holds on. He's got a good lead over Nick Nowak in second place by a significant margin. So he's just got to keep logging the laps here, and he'll be just fine.
Hey, look at Josh Edmondson back here.
Absolutely.
That guy can ride. And look at him. Look at him riding in a. That's the Beetle. He's in the Beetle for the Nitro Circus Racing A team. So not sure where the B team is. Just kidding. They're in here. Well, they're all racing. They're racing the Pro 4 with Connor Berry and Jacob Rothfuss. So we're just kidding. And then there's, hey, look, Chris Leone. Surprised. Look at him running up front.
Yeah.
Not surprised. Not surprised in the Subies, but he's got it going for him.
Oh, yeah, he's going to put on a good run if he'll hold on to the inside and make his way past a couple of trucks as he will pull away in that Subie.
Over or under, who wrecks Chris? Like how many people take him 1 to 10?
I'll go 5.
All right, well, we got 5. You got it, Ryan. 5 times somebody's wrecking Chris in this race. Yeah, so we'll hold true to that one at the end of it. I don't think anybody wrecks him. And if they do, if you wreck him, if you're listening to us, come over to the radio and be like, Terry told us to do it.
Well, look right here as Chris nearly got it sent around as he had a truck inside of his Subaru right there.
Ah, man, look at him. He's peaceful. I wonder if he shared his. Oh, he got the wiper blade on. That's even cooler. What's the wiper? What's the wiper knocking off?
Yeah,
it should just smear it.
The only thing we should expect is maybe a little bit of precipitation. Maybe that would be fun.
That would be fun. Could we get that in the mud? Could we have mud racing?
Could. Oh.
Is somebody? Let's make this a thing. Here's Matt Kalish back here, 6th place. Believe the yellow stands for Pro 2s. And oh no, the 74 he just crushed that thing.
He just crushed that bug.
That's good. That's good.
There he is.
Hey, is this Bornschinger?
That is Borstinger.
Yeah, it is. Hey, not gonna lie. Is that a ping pong table behind him, or is that a bed?
I don't know. He's holding on though.
I'm almost positive he has the desk set up.
Yeah, probably.
Like that's the put the wheel to the desk thing and then roll it.
Yeah, that's and hold on and pray that it doesn't disconnect.
Had one of the, I believe that was one of the Subis or the Beetles that were flipping end over end to the next part of the racetrack. There's Russell Peterson, 17th in the Subaru class. So not too far back. And look at the shot we get from him.
That's a POV shot right there.
That's the direct eye shot from what he sees at the moment.
Oh, hits the wall right there. Gather it back up there, Russell. Hold on to her.
Wonder if we have audio from him on that camera, because if we do, I'd be positive there's a couple things we have to bleep out. But look, he's one of the only ones I've ever seen running with the bar at the top of the screen that tells you, hey, you're faster here, you're faster there. Does that, when you race, Taylor, because I know you're pretty talented on the sim, do you turn that on? And if you do, does it make you faster?
I only really turn that on when I am testing. I will sometimes I leave it on during races, especially for more endurance races. So like this per se, kind of see where I'm faster at certain points and make adjustments as I need to. But it does help to a degree, but it also can be a little bit of a distraction. So it's better how you play out running this.
I tried qualifying in Indy, and it's not going great after the first attempt. I can't, the weight jacker thing, it's going too much. 5th place back here in our Pro 4s. Yes, we have Dennis Crosby back here, 5th overall on the screen.
Running that full velocity gaming Ford out there with the Turn 3 eSport, putting on a good show as we go a little further back and pick up Jacob Raffos right there in the Nitro Circus machine as he's chasing down the grills of Matt Kalish.
How cool is it? And I know I'm going off topic, but the team-wise, for Nitro Circus to get into the Coke Series and to win a race in their first year with Dylan Duvall, that's pretty impressive. When you think of what they have going on in the real world, in the sim, all the way around, Nitro Circus has been one of the mainstays and one of the key leaders in racing.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Nitro Circus, when it comes to extreme sports and extreme racing, they are the key pinnacle of that. And it's great to see them still being involved in the esports world and continuing to progress through. As we get a little beating and banging right here, as Jacob will just move his way up through the field and get around Matt Kalish for the 6th spot.
Yeah, and Kalish, we saw him earlier when we went on board. He's running the Travis Pastrana look on the front of that thing, kind of getting told, hey man, don't hold me up. And they got the Beetle right behind him. The Beetle's getting a little bit aggressive too. The Bug, we go back here to Brian Sawyer, 2nd place overall in the Bugs. You see the person in front of you. You see who you need to catch. You've literally have the bug of your eye in front of you. You got to go send it.
Yeah, you do. But the thing is, you got some other competitors you got to watch out that you're not battling for position with or in class for. So you got to be careful and kind of tiptoe your way around them in order to go chase down your bug as they come out of that corner and work their way over the little bit of the double bumps and set themselves up as around goes one bug. So there you go. You just got to wait for him to make a mistake.
Yeah, well, yeah. You could wait for the mistake, or you could make them beat a mistake. We go on board. We go up here with Eric Whitner again to the 2nd place position overall in that in the Pro 4 class. not too far. You got to see the battle for the lead there. Let's see what happens here.
Well, Eric Whitner is definitely found that 10mm socket, let's just say.
I ain't found it yet.
Oh no.
You lose it all the time. I found one time in a in the most random spot. I was using it to take the spark plug boosters off of it. Right when I stuck it down in there, I left it, and I found it. Not where I wanted to find it, but it got through the air intake somehow.
Well, here's a battle for your bug class right now as we watch Brian Sawyer put the bumper to Josh Edmondson and try to get the race lead away from him.
I wouldn't make Josh too mad. Oh. Sawyer almost made himself mad. Almost tipped that thing over. Oh, look at that jump. That was a good jump for Sawyer.
Yeah, get a good run there. You want to try to pivot that car in a certain way to where you want to land the car. You don't want to go nose down. You want to try to just stay as flat as possible when you're getting that air time.
Yeah, Josh, I don't know if he got held up here by the Pro 2 truck or if he was just kind of biding his time riding around, but he had a pretty substantial lead over Sawyer for I mean, we've been racing for what, 10, 12 minutes or so, and he was pretty much gapping. Either that or Sawyer got stuck behind some traffic as well. But now, I mean, it's these two and then everybody else in the class. We already got one driver that's out, a couple drivers a lap down. Mertez looks to be out of this race, so Mertez there racing in.
That was in the bug class.
In the bugs, yeah. Wonder if the whole team is gone with Josh Mertez for JC Simsport, or is Vincent Sowers going to get in the car?
Well, we'll have to find out here. It could be a little bit of a tow situation, but that's been quite a long tow if that's the case, depending on how long ago it is. And we have a new race leader in your bug class with now Brian Sawyer taking over the race lead here in that VW Beetle, as he will now have to deal with the pressure from Edmondson, who will try to slide his way down to the inside. Nearly just tries to clip the berm right there, but is able to hold on as they will drag race through the jumps and hold on.
When you said a toe thing, I was not sure if you were talking like Aaron Rodgers' toe. I was like, how do you like his foot problem? Maybe we'll find out. But no, then I understood you meant like toe, like towing to the pits. It goes back here to Dennis Crosby, 5th place overall in his class there for the Pro 4s. Driver changes probably will come up. They're going to have to pit a ton, so we'll see when they decide to swap drivers back and forth and how that is going to work all the way through and through. Alexander was up in front of him, got to 29. It's currently the race leader of Zach Blanche, and pulled away from Whitner by a full second now. So was able to kind of gap it there as we had a race for the lead there for a little bit, Taylor, but it didn't last long.
Whitner's still staying close as he can to Zach Blanche for the moment, but they're both running identical lap times and trying to keep pace here. But I think the biggest issue right now of what's causing Whitner from not getting around his competitor Blanche is all of the lap traffic that they had to negotiate. They had at least 2 trucks and a Beetle to get around, and they got more trucks up ahead of them to get around as well. So that's going to be a little bit of biding your time and hoping Whitner is able to just find an opening, as Blanche may make a mistake when trying to get around the traffic. But both of these drivers putting on a stellar drive as we pick up a little further back as these drivers work their way through. That's the 59 machine, or the 269 machine of Cody Vanderveer, who is having a good run. He is all by himself in his class right now.
3 drivers on pit lane for the Pro 4 class. Crosby came in, Holdren, and I believe that was Rance Llewellyn. Down pit lane, I believe Matthews was in the car first for Orlando Outlaws. Llewellyn jumped in now. So, talked about strategies starting to play out. They have to pit a ton. I believe they have to pit every, about 15 or so minutes. They're coming down pit lane lap-wise, and here they all come. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Who is that?
Knocked the camera out.
Sawyer.
That was our race leader.
What happened to Brian? He's still flipping. How many more? Can he get back on his wheels?
Well, what's crazy is his Grove was that far behind. What the heck?
Oh, he makes it back on his wheels. Just stay on this.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, watch this contact.
Oh no, two of them wrecked at the same time.
Both of your leaders in the VW class. But just stay on this for a few seconds. You'll see what I mean. What happened?
Let's go.
He's stuck. He can't get back. So what he'll do? Just start spinning.
There's Tornado and Bark River.
And there you go.
Let's go, Brian Sawyer.
That's ingenuity to get yourself back going.
Well, where did he fall to? Fourth. So I mean,
Didn't lose
now you really need. You need. I mean, now Edmondson has a massive lead over Grove, so you're gonna need something.
Yeah, he's gonna need a little bit of work done here as we pick up our top two in the Pro 4 class. Have a little bit of lap traffic up ahead of them, but these two are going to go do battle as they work their way around. We got to see when they will make their way down pit road. Currently, they've been out there for Jacob Alexander in the Lampoon machine. He's been out there for 13 laps.
Well, Alexander's coming down pit lane now, so Jacob Alexander was. I wonder if he's going to swap with Cole. If Cole's going to jump in. Pit stops are entertaining, Taylor. Because now Rothfuss is the race leader. When does he pit and give it over to Connor Berry? Go on board here with Josh Edmondson in the 548 machine. That's going to be the Nitro Circus Sim Racing A team in the Beetle. I talked about them having the Pro 4 up there as well. Took the overall lead in his class based off of the unfortunate that Brian Sawyer had. Grove back there. Was able, and that's Matt Grove, that is, from Slaypex Racing, powered by TWRS. So, big shout out to Team Watson Racing, their setup shop. So they're running second at the moment in the 472. You see the onboard here with Russell Peterson. Still an interesting look, Taylor.
It really is. Good fight here, good angle. He's having to negotiate some other trucks around him as they crest over the top of this hill, make the jump. Thankfully, it's not a motion rig, though. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, where can you get a motion rig at?
Well, I mean, one place I would have to think it probably is over at Next Level.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't thinking Next Level. Hey! We got Trevor Teal.
We do.
You know, that guy knows a little thing or two about Nitro Circus.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Well,
No,
hey.
what's up with you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, just living the dream, man.
What is your dream?
Well, my dreams might be nightmares to others, so we won't go there. But yeah, stoked to be here. You know, doing this awesome race with Chris. I think this is our second or third year doing these events together, so it's always fun. It's a good time.
Well, talk to us a little bit about the PLT Motorsports and how things have been going for you guys in the year 2024 season.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first event we kind of struggled a little bit, but you know, we're just out here to have fun and represent both of our sponsors. You know, I got the Nitro Circus sim racing team going on, doing our off-road thing there, and also jumped into eNASCAR this year. And actually, our driver Dylan Duval got us a win at Talladega.
Yeah, he did.
So that's huge. We've been really pumped on that. We also got Matthew Swack on the team. You know, he's such a hard charger. He's a rookie, and he's really he's finding the pace quick. So we're pumped on that. And yeah, I mean, we got some more stuff in the books. Can't really talk about yet, but it's looking good on that. You know, maybe see some nitro in road racing. That'd be cool. But yeah, we're just having fun, man. It's just a great experience. You know, getting to work with Travis and all those guys. It's always fun.
Well, I mentioned Dylan getting the win a little earlier with the things that Nitro Circus has done. Obviously, everybody kind of knew them from the Nitro Cross and things outside of sim. As
Yep.
saw a couple drivers getting beat up here. They're fighting it out, but now that they've come into the eSports side of things, and you have you talked about the eNASCAR team, you have the I guess you would call this Pro trucks. They're your sim pro truck stuff that everybody's able to do. What is out there on the horizon for the real world stuff for you guys?
That's hard to say. I mean, we have a couple trips planned here for the summer. Hopefully we'll get some good content for that. You know, Nitro's got some stuff in the works too. They just announced today on their social medias that they're going back to New Zealand and Australia for 2025. So that's really big. It's good for them. You know, we love seeing them tour. These guys are nuts. Speaking of that, we got a couple guys on the tour that actually drive with us. Adam Jones, freestyle motocross rider, and a good friend of mine, Banks Hovey. Super good kid. He's got a few screws loose. He's a nut, but y'all have to make sure you watch the Channel 199 video on YouTube this Sunday. He's got a new world's first, and it's pretty nuts.
Define pretty nuts, because I'm pretty crazy.
So they posted a video a couple weeks ago, and they said, explain what you just saw in one word. And it was just like, wow, mind blown. So yeah, you'll have to wait till Sunday, but it's going to be sick.
I like the way that sounds. So when are you swapping with Chris here? Like when are we going to see you jump into said car?
I just seen so many cars flying in the air. That was amazing.
There's a lot.
I'm not sure exactly, like halfway through, I'm sure. We usually just do halfway and then split it up, you know? So probably in about 30 minutes or so, I guess.
And the Subaru was whose choice?
I think it was a mutual decision. I don't think we've ever driven anything else in these events, so it's kind of home to us.
I had an idea. Me and Ryan did, I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but it was kind of a mutual idea. How about we draw it out of a hat that everybody has to drive something different? Like, you know, you pull it out of the hat, and if whoever the representative for the team is, you pull it out, that's what you got to race?
I mean, that sounds fun to me. I could definitely throw a curveball into things for sure.
Like, you just never know what you're going to get. Like, out of nowhere, you're racing. You think you're coming in racing a Beetle, but you're racing a Pro 4. Like, get over it.
Yeah, maybe do the drawing the night before. That'd be sick. I like that idea.
Like an hour before. Like, make them really sweat. They don't even know what they're racing. They're just like, hey, this is what you're running.
Yeah, Chris, Leone, write that down.
Yeah, pencil that one in. Did you know what the weather conditions was on the track? Dude, it's 121 degrees track temp right now on that dirt.
I didn't know dirt could get that hot, but that's pretty crazy. Mostly the track's getting pretty blue groove, so maybe that's part of it. I don't know, but
it's wild. 121 degrees.
Yeah, we're especially in Bark River, things would be in flames.
We had an idea. Taylor, we talked about maybe it would rain. Like maybe we can get a muddy, rainy track.
You know, we were just talking about that in the voice channel down there, and Papa Leone didn't sound too thrilled about it, but I think we can make it happen sometime.
I don't know why he wouldn't be thrilled about that idea.
Papa Leone.
Yeah, he's my dad. He's I think 11 days older than me.
We should pull him up here while he's driving. let them race in the rain. You got wipers on these things.
You're right. You might get a few Subarus stuck, but we've got a tow button. All right.
That's what I'm saying. You got to tow. Don't race the Subis or the Beetles. Like, just race the Pro Force Pro 2s. If they don't want to do it, I'll set one up and it just pour down rain straight mud.
All right.
If iRacing would let me do it.
If you build it, they will come.
I'm aware. I mean, I watch people do the NASCAR stuff in the rain. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah, I would not make it far in that race.
I can't make it on dry dirt, much less the wet one.
Yeah, I have this thing where I run out of talent, and it's at the most inopportune times.
Well, I'm used to it. Talent, Terry, don't really mix. Taylor, you got anything for me?
Well, you know what? I gotta say one thing first and foremost is you do have talent, Mr. trying to run the Indy 500 this weekend. But secondly, you know, I think if we did make it rain and get it all muddy out there on the track, it would provide some entertainment. I have to say, watching these drivers slip and slide even more so than they already are.
It would, yeah, it would definitely be fun.
I want to see you run rain too.
All right.
Well, let's go. Terry. You just run a team together and run in the rain.
I don't know. Let's see if the wife's still awake. Yeah, I think she's asleep. I think I can get away with.
Terry, congrats on the new addition to the family.
I appreciate it. It's been pretty cool.
Super awesome, man. Okay, Chris, getting a little wild up there.
Chris is getting a little wild indeed up there as he nearly bit the dust. Keeping an eye on the action, though. But, I mean, Trevor, we appreciate you coming out here. I mean, a lot of great work you guys over at PLT, Nitro Circus, and you and Chris continue to work hard at. And we look forward to seeing what you guys are having in store for the rest of 2024.
Right on. Yeah, thank you. Really pumped on everything's going. Just want to give a quick shout out to Chris Leone, you know, everybody at Nitro Circus Sim Racing, you know, Josh and Jacob and Connor Berry. They've all been working so hard. Can't thank them enough. We've got some great sponsors, Next Level Racing, and just everybody that's on board. Also got to give a shout out to Micah Kranz, good homie of mine, who's always watching. And yeah, you guys for doing the broadcast. Can't thank you enough.
No, well, add me to the ticker of Chris getting beaten around by at least 2 or 3 times right now. So we're closing in on what I thought we would
that
get.
was like 5 different trucks. That was cool.
Let's go.
So, but Trevor Teal, of course, part of PLT Motorsports as well as Nitro Circus. He'll get in the car later on tonight, and we'll talk to Chris a little later on the show.
All right, yeah. See you guys.
Tell Chris we're going to talk about wet weather.
Okay, sounds good.
Appreciate the deal.
See you.
This is also why I don't do this often either. Everything went black for like 30 seconds.
Oh, well, the good news is we have you back.
That's right. Once I started messing with stuff and started taking things apart and moving things from one desk to the other, it all started going out of place.
Well, that's why you don't touch stuff.
That's good. That's good advice. I have to take this to Florence with me.
Well, we'll pick up here and see what happens. That would be a fun track to add on iRacing is Florence.
I might spoil this. I spoiled it on Twitter. It is coming to iRacing. It was scanned. You know, when they put it on there, since technically I'm not under contract anymore, I kind of could be the spoiler. I said this was journalism Thursday, so it is coming to iRacing. I don't know if it's coming in the season 4 build or what, but yeah.
We'll see what happens here, but we watch on as we pick up the driver. Let's see who's driving it behind. That's Peterson still, I believe, who's right around.
Because he's got the third party shot.
Yes, he does. That POV.
What wheel is that?
I don't know. Can't get a good look.
Well, it's got a flat bottom. It has to be a Fanatec, right?
I don't know.
Who else has the flat bottom?
No, I know Queen is not interested.
Oh goodness. I do enjoy the. You don't really see this racetrack from wherever, but whenever you drive through it, you see that they actually have camera perches, like camera stands to stand on and shoot them. And Taylor, you from the karting world, and me from partial karting as well. You actually appreciate the camera stands. Shoot cameras out there.
You know what? I give credit to tracks who put built-in camera stands for their racetracks. Tracks like Circuit of the Americas, you got to get on a rickety old scissor lift and pray to God the wind and doesn't blow you over. Because in Texas it does get windy. There's times where I was up in the scissor lift and it starts swaying, and I'm just praying, please don't tip over, and you hold on for dear life while you're trying to still get the shot of a race car coming by you.
I enjoy the nice quietness of a broadcast booth. There's Corey Vanderveer back there in the beautiful Pro 2s. He's racing with Sean Winkler for Racecraft Academy. I have a list. Most of y'all can tell I'm kind of out of practice on this one, so we'll work on this one together. Edmondson still leads the Beetles, and then Jacob Ruffus leads with the Nitro Circus team up there in the Pro 4s. Blanche is there. Really good to see him still sitting at seconds. Ruffus has pitted, right? Did he pit during the Teal interview?
He's about to be coming down pit road, I'll say that much. He's got 15 laps on this stint right now, so I would expect him to be coming down here pretty soon as he makes a little contact right there with one of the Pro 2 trucks. Knocks him out of the way, and he'll continue on. The 294 up and over. That's James Monick in the PBR racing machine.
Wonder what the PBR stands for them.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not professional bull riding, but he's bouncing around like he's trying to hold on to a bull.
Might be Pabst Blue. Might be there for the ribbons.
Might be.
Or he could go enjoy a Misadventure IPA.
Absolutely.
You like that shameless plug?
Jacob. Nice shameless plug indeed, as Jacob both comes on pit road.
Yeah, but so there's our pit stops on the board. So Dennis Crosby is already at 2 for the Turn 3 eSports. So that would explain why he has fallen back to the 6th place position. But is he going to be able to flip up? So how far has Dennis been from his pit stop that put him at 2 versus everybody else?
Well, he just made his stop, so we'll see how it tracks out for him when he catches up to Jacob Raffos along with Jacob Alexander. Because Alexander should be making this is a battle for P2 in the Pro 2 category between John Nobinger and Cody Winchecki. This is CRN and Team Cody Winecki battling for this spot in class as a high fly action here. Down to the inside, that 33 of Cody Winecki will try to look to the inside. Can't quite find the opening as they'll drag race up to the top of the hill. Sideways they'll go, and crossover move for Winecki as he'll shove the driver of Nobinger up the spot, and he will take 2nd place.
Yeah, there's fight going on back here. I mean, you see the, believe that's one of the Subarus that come flying by there, mixed all in between our drivers here this afternoon, and the 33 machine. See it right there. Just on it. I mean, the pitch strategy here is kind of throwing me off because you got Ramsey came in, Vanderveer's in, and now you got Alexander sitting up there in 4th. We talked about Crosby being up there. He was in 7th just a few laps ago. Now he's up to 5th. We'll wait to see where that all plays in because there goes Ramsey. He jumps up to 2nd. Whitner's back to 2nd. Kalish is in 4th. So drivers crossing the start-finish line as they come off a pit lane and moves them into a different position every time they come across.
Who do we have join us up here in the booth? Nope, we had nobody join us. I thought we did for a moment.
Kalish is in for the Admin Express Racing team, the 74.
Yeah,
See if Aaron Bean gets in the car.
We'll see as Jacob Alexander comes into his pit box to serve his required fuel. And will there be no driver change? Note, not at the moment, as Matt Kalish will rejoin the track in his number 74 Ford and work his way up through the field.
Lampoon's Racing ain't changing either. Cole Fisher staying out of the car. So maybe they're doing 2 stints or 3 stints apiece in this one.
Cody Winecki comes down pit road as well in the Pro 2 trucks. Misses his box though, got to back it up.
No change in your class leaders. No battle in the Beetles. No battle in the Pro 4s. Your Pro 2 battle is not too bad. Got a little bit of fighting going on there. You have a fight a little bit further back in the Pro 4s, but nothing too big to speak of. You take a look at Vanderveer here in the Pro 2s. He's catching his next competitor right up in front of him, and that would be No Binger. The gap technically overall is 1 lap. So the fight around has not played out here, as we've had just a ton of carnage, Taylor.
We certainly have. As we watch this battle here for position, this would be the soon-to-be race lead once pit stop cycles go through once again between Nathan Ramsey and Eric Whitner, as they will continue to battle. The 10mm socket team tries to skirt around the outside in their Chevrolet, but Whitner tries to power his way back around and try to get the spot away for second place as they try to chase down Jacob Raffos, as they will high fly the action over the jump, and Whitner takes second spot away.
If I say the longer they hold each other up back here, the easier, and the more they do that, if they have a mishap and they flip over or they get pushed off of the racetrack in some case like we have here, kind of shoving a little bit out of the way, hang on to it, get the high side there, getting the cushion, falls back. But the more they do that, you see that ticker, that graphic changing. It was 20 seconds, that's 22, about to be 23 seconds. So when Jacob Raffos comes down pit lane, he's got a buffer.
He does. He's got quite a bit of a buffer right now as he tries to hold on and put more trucks and cars laps down. There's about 6 of them about to be a lap, as Chris Noble, who is the last truck on the lead lap right now, trying to hold on to it and stay ahead on the same lap as your race leader. But Jacob Raffos just going to be aggressive down to the inside, try to move Christian Noble out of the way, and if he does so, that'll move him up the berm, and boom, big contact right there. Around nearly goes Noble, and Jacob Raffos now has put 7 trucks and cars on the 1 lap down.
Yeah, ton of drivers all the way around the board, just getting absolutely waxed by Jacob Raffos in the number 11 Nitro Circus Sim Racing team, and Connor Berry still hasn't touched the car. So talent is stacked on top of talent, as you only have four vehicles technically on the lead lap Pro 4 wise. Your Subaru class has not been lapped by their leader. Neither has this man in the Pro 4. That's Dennis Crosby back there, pitted earlier, Taylor, than what everybody else has, and he finds himself in the 4th place position, just waiting on Jacob Raffos to pit.
Yeah, he's going to be having to wait a little bit. He might be actually pitting before the driver of Jacob Raffos. He pitted 2 laps earlier than Jacob, so we'll see what happens here as we ride on board with Borsinger, as he is trying to hold on in the Pro 2 category. Currently in his class, he sits right around 6th position in class. So he's got a good run. He's got to be careful, though, as he's trying to hunt down James Monick. He's about 4 seconds behind.
I see the R in the middle of the dash. That's definitely for race mode. There's no other excuse for it now. Pro 2 stands for race. There's only one driver, and he actually backed out, and that was the 230 of Mora. Said it earlier, same thing with Mertaz. They are both out of the race. So those two done for the evening. For Mora, he actually did not have a second driver in the Omega sim racing team for the number 230, to be announced on it. And the thing about this one is, Taylor, is if you run it all by your lonesome without a partner, well, you just kind of did it for naught. Oh no!
Well, what he couldn't get it over this time. This is now a new driver behind the wheel. This is Marcos Palacio. Hits that berm right there, makes contact, and right into the barriers. Almost landed it back on 4 wheels.
Had it for a second. Thought for certain that he was going to get it there, but there's a tow. And for Palacios, it is not all lost. I mean, still having the opportunity to race is awesome. Josh there leading. Is that a full lap on his competitors? Because you look down at Borst in second in the 500. For Snoop, there it is. John R. Borst in the car. And he is a ways back, a full lap for the Beetle. So Josh absolutely putting on a tear. And once again, Cam Peterson hasn't touched the car.
Yeah, so Josh Edmondson is just absolutely dominating. He's 4th overall too, mind you, so he's just been clean, not getting involved in any chaos except for that one that happened earlier on, but he's still racing and blogging laps as he will actually battle with the Pro 4 trucks.
Well, now move it to 3rd because he gets around Ramsey. Ramsey having a little bit of an issue there, and yeah, I mean this is incredible for we said it before, the Beetle and the Subarus, running them correctly, you have a great opportunity to go up there and honestly be competitive. You take a look back there at Chris Leone, first on the board for the Subaru class. Hadn't even given the car to Teal yet. Teal's also a really good racer as well. There's Matthew Morris racing for the, what's that, Squadra Stunzeed. Sunzeed. That's hot. That's hot. Some of these names are, they catch you by surprise.
They certainly do. As Chris Leone's trying to work his way around, he's got some pressure from one of the Beetles behind him as they crest over the hill. Good racing action here in this category. All around, we're seeing just chaos. I mean, you think multi-class racing is chaotic when you're racing road courses and anything like that? This is more chaotic because you could be minding your own business. The next thing you know, you have a truck or a Beetle fly over you as Josh Edmondson comes down pit road.
And the pit lane for the overall race leader in the Beetle class. I believe he's in the midst of a driver change, and he is. Cam Peterson gets behind the wheel of that Volkswagen Beetle. And we talked about this before we went live. We started scrolling through the things. That's a whole TV.
It is. That is a whole TV right there on his face.
Yeah, and I mean, what do you think the VR weighs? About a pound or so?
I would say almost 2 pounds right there on your face.
Is it even good for the neck? Like, have we got a chiropractor to sign off on these?
I would hope he has a chiropractor after this race.
Gotta hold. I mean, it looks like a Bane mask, from Batman, where you get you're like, I am your father, and you will do as I tell you.
No, I think you went to the wrong genre right there.
I know. Well, I mean, the Darth Vader reference, but Did you ever watch Batman Rises?
Yes.
Oh. Well, it's a good movie. What'd you think of the Batman movies?
I thought it was pretty good.
It looks like a Bane mask.
If it was over his mouth, yes.
It is over his mouth. Can you see his mouth right now?
Yeah, I can see his mouth right there. Need a little marker to just mark it right there, show on screen, but I can't do that because I don't have that technology to mark it.
Is there a mustache in there too?
There is a mustache.
There's a whole mustache. Huh. That's interesting. Well, guess what? I think I have this power to do this one.
Oh no.
Yes.
What will you?
Yes. You don't ever want to know what I'm doing. You just know I'm doing something dumb. I think I can move people. We're gonna find out if I can.
Use the Schwartz. There you go.
Ian, what are you doing?
I am trying to drive, Terry. That is what I am trying to do right now. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I am living the... honestly, I can't wait to wake up. But really, I'm just having a great time right here trying to avoid the car that just came out of pit road. I believe that it's Matthew Morris, who is in the second spot. So we'll try to catch up to him here, but we'll see what we can do.
Well, you're an announcer too. You've done some work across the board. You're also a really good racer. What's the next race that you call?
You know, man, I'm trying to get back into the booth. A real life got in the way for a little while. If anybody's got any assignments out there, let me know. Hit me up, Ian Fisher on Twitter, or I can give you my email address as well. But right now, I don't have anything on the slate. What about you, Terry? Are you in eNASCAR yet? What about, when are you going to get in the booth with Mike Joy? That's my real question.
Well, I am retired, so I don't do this. I do 3 events. If I get the call for this one, I do it. But I'm done. And no, I do one racetrack, and that's sufficed for me.
You know,
I don't know. Let's see if we can get that working that NASCAR on Fox calls me.
Man, really, I mean, I don't know what they're missing. You know what I mean? You and
I think it's me
and Parker. I mean, Taylor. I mean, you call the carts, right? I mean, when are we going to see you in IMSA? And Ryan, when are you going to? Honestly, all of you guys, when are we going to see you doing this and getting paid the big bucks? Because you all deserve it. There you go. Yeah.
He did the ASA All-Star race with Chase and Josh Berry in it. And Taylor, you're well, I'm pretty sure you went to Coda and did the karting out there, didn't you?
Did the SRO out there.
Yeah.
It was a cameraman.
And then you're Taylor. Funny story, and I hope I'm not breaking the news for you. We might see Taylor Burris racing sometime this year.
Oh my goodness! I mean, I will say, you know, I mean, not to get too sentimental right now or anything like that, but all these things we've seen in iRacing so far this year. Raja Caruth, one of those that comes to mind. You know what I mean? Finally getting it done and in victory lane, and then just seeing you guys and other people just living real life racing dreams from getting started on iRacing. It's awesome. I love seeing all you guys get to where you go, and I know I'm gushing a little bit right now. I'm also trying to focus on driving, but I mean, for real, Terry, you get what I'm saying. It's awesome to see people just. This is a real gateway to those real life dreams.
No pun that the NASCAR Cup Series can be watched at Gateway along with the Craftsman Truck Series this weekend. Sunday, 3:30 Eastern Standard Time on Fox Sports 1. Same thing Saturday for your Friday. Is it Friday night or it's Saturday early for your Truck Series on FS1, and then you catch the Xfinity Series at Portland, correct?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're at Portland this week, and I believe they're going to be racing in the rain. I got a buddy of mine that's out there. It's
always rains in Portland.
Always rains in Portland. But Mr. Fisher, in all honesty, you know, you have a great opportunity to do whatever, and I'll send you some context. I've got some people that could use a great announcer. So,
well, Terry, I appreciate it, and then Ryan and Taylor, great job tonight. I really appreciate what you're doing here, and especially Taylor, a little inside the Yes to Motorsport, if you will, coming in last minute. We really do appreciate it, and I don't want to
bullied him into doing this.
Well, no, hold on. Listen here. I was here for the group therapy last year, had a blast, and when I heard that y'all were doing this again and Terry was doing it, I had to come in. Of course, Terry did think he had to bully me. I mean,
I bullied him.
He was willing to drive out to Texas and try to convince me. And,
we're not going to tell him. We're not going to tell him what I said and what I would do when I got to Texas.
No, but you at least said you would come out to Texas.
I would come to Texas and make you do this. You were going to call this race with me.
It's a ton of fun, and allow me to plug for a second here. I really appreciate everything that Chris Leone and Ian Monroe do here with Yes to Motorsport. And if you want to get involved with just goofy off-the-wall racing like this, every Thursday, Saturday night, Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, Yes to Motorsport. Just look it up in the league. We do all kinds of crazy stuff like this, and who knows, you might end up on TV one day talking to such legends as Taylor Burris and Terry Radford here. So you never know.
Legend, but okay.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Let me glaze for a second here, guys. All right.
All right.
So
we'll
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll let you fluff my ego for a second, but I'll get back to reality after a while. I'll be at Florence Motor Speedway on Flow Racing 7 p.m. on Saturday night. Next Saturday night.
Sorry, one more thing. One more really selfish announcement. Can I make that for myself for a second?
I'm here for you.
All for you.
So in October, I found out I'm going to be a dad.
Let's go.
Yeah, we've got that to look forward to. So we're going to have a baby girl in October 16th, 3 days before my birthday. So
boy, wait. You said the 16th?
Yes.
We're going to be father twins if your daughter's born on the 16th. My daughter was born on the 16th.
That would be something else, man. I would be honored.
That'd be pretty crazy. Don't life advice, kid advice. Cherish the moments and learn when to walk away from things. Like,
man, I'm trying. It seems like everything's moving really fast. Not just only on the racetrack. This car isn't just as fast as Xfinity Internet, but so is life as well.
Nothing can be as fast as Xfinity 10G, as it's the official internet provider for the NASCAR, eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing series.
Again, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me get that little personal note in at the end. Good luck with the rest of the broadcast, guys. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate it. And then tell me what room I'm kicking you to, because I don't remember.
I believe it is SRC Miller Subacat Racing. My cat Sputnik, and then Corey's cat is on here as well. So if you're a cat fan, you have no reason not to cheer for us. Actually, you're contractually obligated to cheer for us. So, yeah.
Well, as cat owners, we have to be obligated to pull for you guys.
I appreciate it.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, that's good night to everybody else. But yeah.
Well, I appreciate you, Mr. Fisher. And good luck with the baby.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. Take care.
And yeah, he said goodbye to the field. Hey, and guess what? We get another person, Chris Leone. We're just going to drag your mid-conversation, and we're talking to you.
Hello.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, everybody.
Terry and Taylor, what's up?
Appreciate the hell out of you guys for coming and doing this on short notice. Bauer and I booked well in advance, but you guys kind of both came through in the last minute, and I've also got to apologize to Taylor, who messaged me while I was in New Jersey. No, I was not in Texas. I was in New Jersey, and I was doing a terrible job of getting back to people, like normal.
I was getting ready to say, I'm like, dang it. It will do that to you.
Yeah, we were in Wildwood. We were in Wildwood for Red Bull Beach Scramble, and saw my old buddy Scott Speed, saw a lot of my old buddies from Red Bull. Have a great little story about that up at UTV Underground right now. But yeah, no, that's I am all over the place right now, friends.
I am all over that going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got me out of like the retirement thing for this one. So
Did I see someone post the Undertaker gif where he just wakes up out of the coffin
yeah.
with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you guys only have 3 of these a year, and
Yeah, that is true.
I'm pretty sure me and Josh did all of them but one last season. I did a couple of them 2 seasons ago, and thought these are the funnest things in the world to me.
I love that.
And plus the fact my foster mom, she watches. This is her favorite type of racing, and so the fact that when I called these, she was like, I really like the jumpy truck things. And well, I'm never going to get the opportunity to do this in real life, so why would I not take the chance to come out and do fun stuff and watch Mr. Fisher do parkour on all the berms?
Parkour! Yeah, absolutely. Now, these are a blast, and this is the biggest entry we've had for Bark River all time. So really grateful to everybody who came out. This was the one that the first time we did it, we screwed it up, and I accidentally made it 1 or 2 drivers instead of 2 or 3. So we did a whole makeup race 2 weeks later, and it was basically whichever one you scored higher on, we gave you the points. Haven't screwed that up again since, but we had 27 entries last year. We have 34 this year. Looks like only one of those entries was because of a joining issue, and it looks like all but about 2 of them are still on the track. So great work, everybody. Really, like I said, can't thank everybody enough for for coming out and running these races. They are a fun little experiment that's taken on a life of its own.
Rain and Pro 2 and Pro 4 trucks on one of these racetracks. We're gonna ask it. We have it on iRacing now. I mean, we might as well do it.
Whenever it's enabled, will I add some more moisture? Yeah, probably for one of these. I don't know. Yes, moist. Yeah. Can you focus on the 535 real quick? Can you focus on the on team move over at speedy time, please? Thank you. But while we're getting there, certainly, I would love to at some point get us to 4 races a year instead of 3. I would love to add a little bit of moisture, but if you're running regularly in Yes 2, that we're just doing goofy crap on Thursdays and Saturdays anyway. We've got our Kemimoto Off-Road GP that runs on Saturdays right now that's like dirt legends on tracks like this, and GR86s, which everybody hates. I should probably deal with that.
I love the GR86, so I'm with it whenever.
Well, that's the thing. It's like some people like it, some people don't feel like it grips up right. But no, that one was just an attempt to use as many base package iRacing cars as possible on, on all of the short course tracks, and we did Daytona Dirt Road too, just to kind of fill out the schedule.
Speaking of short courses and iRacing and what's on the market, any word on future content for this league?
So, look, there are definitely, and if you've seen my profile on the iRacing website that went up just coincidentally today, I wonder why that happened. That Justin Melillo does such an amazing job on, along with everything else that Justin does for us, and he has really saved my butt in a million things. One of the things that I mentioned, Greg Hill mentioned it in his developers blog earlier this month. We really are trying to figure out something that's going to make it easier for people to get in dirt road, but we really have to start on the car side. The thing I've said before, and I'll keep saying until we finally, get something built and deployed, is when you're starting in dirt road, whether it's rallycross with the Beetle Lite or short course with the Pro 2 Lite, you're starting with 300 or 400 horsepower. You don't have to start with that much horsepower in any other license class we have. And it's really one of the biggest things that can make it a challenge for folks to get into this form of racing. The thing that we've seen in the, in the Pro Series when we've done them in the past is they've had a lot of pro rallycross drivers in the RX Series. A lot of our best drivers in the Pros 4 series have run up as far up as Pro Lite in the real world. And that's great, but it also signifies that maybe we can do a little more to give newcomers a better starter experience in in off-road. And so we're really trying to figure out what the right solution is going to be. There are certainly vehicles we've talked about that realistically run on both short course and rallycross tracks. And that's what my first preference would be. But it's just a matter of...
What would that car be? So what would the car that runs both?
So if you look at the lower classes of Nitrocross, just about everything that's there runs both rallycross and short course now, because Nitro has really been adapting some more short course type formulas, to what they do. So the truth is that's really where I personally am trying to advocate for us to start looking. But there are a bunch of different places that we could go with that. I'm just appreciative that our team is kind of given me a seat at the table to try to advise, and we're doing our best. It's we have really been looking at it for a long time, and unfortunately there were some things out of our hands where things got a little held up, and that's tough. It's tough for me as well. I mean, as an employee of the company, as a person who runs a league that would use things, and just as a player, but we will absolutely get there. And if you've seen all the new stuff that's coming and just how cool, the new Mustang and Corvette GT3s look, and
oh yes,
and certainly the new street stocks that we're gonna have, that I don't know if Fish mentioned when he was just in the booth with you, those work amazing on these tracks. The paved street stocks are awesome off-road cars, even with paved tires. So, I am really looking forward to living out my Class 6 dreams with some of those bad boys.
Well, yeah, I was happy that Boo Carlisle got the scan for that one, and the Stars Tour gets that great street stock tour gets a little recognition out there. But you brought Nitro into the conversation, and their impact over what they've done coming into the iRacing scene outside of the short course side. Like, obviously we've seen them on this portion, but now that we have them on the eNASCAR side, we have them getting a little bit more adventurous, and potentially iRacing maybe scanning one of their cars, not trying to start a rumor there, but trying to pick off of what you said. Mm-hmm. But is there an opportunity that partnership will continue to grow throughout the years to make iRacing a much better place than what it was, say, a year ago for the short course community?
I mean, I hope so. Certainly, a lot of the people at Nitro are good friends of mine, all from the Global Rallycross days. Teal has done an amazing job. I kind of feel bad for, they kind of talked, they had talked about getting into eNASCAR for a little while, and this year ended up being the time being right. In a lot of ways, the Nitro team is kind of a spiritual successor to what we did at Jim Beaver eSports. You look at the driver roster, a lot of the best drivers, in short course World Cups and Triple Crown races for JBE, all were able to stay together under Teal's sort of guidance and Josh Edmondson's guidance, and and their vision over at Nitro, which has been awesome. And then as we decided to depart eNASCAR, because we had an amazing few years, but we kind of accomplished what we were able to, from that standpoint. They kind of picked up the torch in a spiritual way. Dylan Duvall was somebody that is a huge favorite of Jim's, and that he talked to just about every year about, hey, if the opportunity's ever right, we'd love to have you. So the fact that Trevor and those guys were able to get that done was awesome, and to see Dylan in victory lane was really, really cool. And Matt Swack's obviously a great young talent as well, so awesome to see what they've done. Again, just, we kind of see them in some ways as a spiritual successor on the JBE side, where, we've done what we wanted to do at the pro levels, and we got back in, on this side because it's fun, because it's, casual, because with Jim and I and Matt Kalish, we don't have to think too hard about these events. They're, we're not worrying about prize money. We're not worrying about, you know, people's feelings getting too hurt because it's a big deal event. You know, this isn't on, you know, the broadcast that you guys are doing on Jim's YouTube channel is fantastic, but we don't have people racing outside of their heads because we're on national television anymore, you know? We're just all able to kind of chill out, have fun, you know, enjoy an hour and 40 minutes of great team off-road driving and sort of applying the IMSA concept to off-road racing, which is, to me, one of the most novel things that we can do, and also says a lot about the iRacing platform and the, you know, the things you can do with that. And I appreciate Jim for taking up the torch on this, and, you know, certainly all the Misadventure clothing designs that he's got coming that Matt has done a hell of a job with. You know, can't wait for those to get online. Jim's selling them if you're in Parker this weekend at Run What You Brung, the jet ski regatta. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff. I am still looking for my care package because we've still had to get some of the stuff printed and everything. But, you know, a lot of cool things to look at. And I'm really happy with how we were able to adapt the logo to the Subaru. This is maybe my favorite paint I've ever done. And I am not a great painter.
I gotta say, it's a really nice paint scheme indeed, Chris. But one more thing I want to touch on and ask you about with the off-road is, of course, you know, for the past couple of years, we've been seeing the off-road trucks run the World Championship, but it's been a little bit since we've seen the rallycross cars go back out there for a championship. Is that something we could see plausible in the future, especially now with the announcement of IndyCar World Championship on the horizon in September?
I'd love to. I mean, part of this does come down to, all right, where is the sport going in the real world and what makes sense for us to build? I mean, I love these cars. You know, I lived and breathed the Subaru, the Ford, and the VW during my time at GRC. But the fact of the matter is they are a much older car now, and the sport is in a different place with different tracks, different, you know, different venues, different countries even in some cases. It's just, you know, it's hard when we've still got to figure that out a little bit. You know, where the sport is going, where we're going, you know, I would love to, but yeah, it's got to make sense. Once we get to a point where it makes sense again, you know, that's when we'll have to consider it and, you know, and move forward. You know, the World Championships are great, but like I said, you know, right now we're kind of talking about rookie cars, and really we need that rookie and D class to get as strong as possible so we have the retention and the user base that sticks around, that's not just us lifers that have either fallen in love with what we have right now or fallen in love with the sport, you know, in the real world and kind of come over. You know, we need to make sure it's approachable for the person who really joined to run MX-5s or really joined to run, you know, FF1600s or really joined to run street stocks. We need to get those people falling in love with off-road racing, whether it's rallycross, short course, or all of the above, and retain them. And then at that point, that's when getting back to doing the Pro Series, you know, that's when it really makes more sense, at least in my opinion, to kind of look at. I'm not necessarily speaking for the folks who I answer to at iRacing, but, you know, certainly that's kind of been my advocacy, is let's focus on the core product and let's give everybody something that they can really enjoy and get in and get behind and have a lot of fun with, and then you build a ladder upward, right? You know, like a lot of our most popular cars are the MX-5s, the GR86s, the Formula Vs and FF1600s of the world, you know, and we need to do that in off-road as well. I love the car that we're driving to death. I would never put a newcomer in a 600 horsepower Subaru and just tell him good luck.
Well, I mean, you could do it here in this series, I would say, maybe.
Well, yeah, here, because we're just kind of having fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah.
But for official racing, yeah, no, I agree 100%.
Yeah, for learning the skill set in particular, you know, there are a lot of skills that are required for this kind of car that, you know, you need to develop them in a lower horsepower car. So those are the things that I've kind of been pushing for from the iRacing side, you know, and obviously from JB15 and Jim Beaver eSports and everything, you know, we'll continue to support events like this, you know. With Jim, you know, we've just kind of put ourselves in a position where it's like we just want to have fun with sim racing. Again, you know, we did a lot of really cool things at the pro level, and we just kind of like hanging out and having fun with the pals.
We appreciate it, Chris, of all the hard work that you and the team at iRacing are doing to help bring this form of racing to the forefront. And for those of you who are tuning in, if this is your first time seeing the action of high flying, of off-road racing and rallycross racing, make sure to go try the stuff out. You do get 2 of these cars for free and a couple of tracks for the off-road and rallycross world for free. So if you have the base iRacing platforms, go try it out, have some fun, learn it, and maybe we'll see you here for the next group therapy of sessions that we'll have for the S2 Motorsports.
Oh, and I know I've been out of the game for a little bit. If you head to iRacing.com/subscriptions and you're a new member, 40% off all memberships.
Oh, absolutely. That's well, every day
right.
absolutely is race day. You just dropped that right as we got into a little boo-boo a couple of corners into the lap, but it's okay. We have a decent lead right now, and just Trevor's driving smooth. He's driving fast. He's always the faster driver on the team, and it took him a grand total of 4 laps to eclipse my best lap of the race. So that is not a shock. Teal is an Off-Road All-Stars champion. I am an Off-Road All-Stars participant.
Don't give him that much credit, but Chris, we appreciate you and everything you do for the short course community and everything you do for iRacing. Thanks for having us a part of this one, and thanks for coming up here and chatting with us for a little bit. Hopefully we asked you good questions.
Yeah, you guys did. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Bauer. Josh, Jim Beaver, obviously, for stepping up and sponsoring these things. Everybody who's watching, everybody who's participating, everybody who runs Yes 2 on Thursdays at 7 and Saturdays at 8. Those times are Eastern, but appreciate everybody. I am gonna go get back on the crew chief box for Teal and try to call him home to a dub.
We'll have fun. We'll look forward to seeing it. 28 minutes to go.
Tell Ricky I said hi.
We will. Yeah, we got Ricky. Ricky, man, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
We're having a lot of fun in the Team BDSM VW.
What you doing moon car later?
Oh, absolutely. You know it.
I figured you were. So yeah. So I think you were probably not one of the last ones, but one of the last people I expected to see racing short course stuff.
Well, you know, we've been doing a lot of Yes to Motorsport. Love to participate Thursday nights, Saturday nights. Leone does a good job putting this stuff together. It's always really off the wall, you know, combinations, and it's a lot of fun. But the short course special events, I've done a couple of the Crandon ones, but this is the first time I've done a Bark River or this particular event. So excited. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, so I saw that you got back into the broadcasting game, and you don't sound too bad for what did you say? How old were you?
Well, I'm 37, 38.
Hey, you don't
I'm
sound
38.
too bad. You don't sound too bad for a 38-year-old calling races. When are we going to get you a good? I mean, I'm young, so.
I don't know. Yeah, whenever. I'm available.
What?
You know, when my kids don't take up all my time.
See, Taylor, I'm finding all sorts of talent out here for you, buddy.
Oh, I know. We definitely can have some good people come on and have some fun with us.
Oh man, how'd the car run out here?
Not bad. You know, the Volkswagen is pretty tough early on in the stints. The track is, oh my gosh, watching my teammate Todd Taylor, he just about speared a tractor tire. But it gets easier the longer you run in the Volkswagen. Once the track wears in, they get faster, they get grippy, they get a lot of fun. Then the trucks start to be a problem. They're in your way.
Were you in the way?
Oh, I was absolutely in the way. Running right about mid-pack in the Volkswagens, but I'll take it.
When are we going to see you out in the at the real racetrack again?
I don't know. Now that we don't have Greenville Pickens Speedway anymore, I was doing the announcing out there at the end of their season, last season that they ran, and I'm missing that place. But I hope to be at a few events around short tracks in the Southeast.
I mean, there's a diamond of the Southeast not too far from you.
You're right.
I hear they have a pretty cool announcer.
Does his name start with a T?
M. It's Mark Turner is the announcer out there.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that's right. You guys, I've seen both of you do some work out there.
Well, yeah. I hear that he's going to be joining me Saturday, so that ought to be fun. So the June 6th race, I think he's going to be there.
Well, better him in the announcer's booth than the flag stand, because when he's in the flag stand, sometimes flags end up on the track.
Oh no.
Well, though he wasn't holding the flag. He messaged me and put that one out there. But Taylor, Ricky's a good camera operator too. If you know anybody that needs a camera.
Well, I'll keep in mind of that. I mean, it's crazy to be out there in the camera doing a camera operator work, because you have to be out there in the elements. You got to deal with all the chaos, and hopefully, depending on what type of track and car you're doing, you don't get run over.
Oh, no doubt. That can be scary in some of those locations that they like to put you in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was in Las Vegas a couple of years ago, and I had a cart just nail the tire barrier right beside me. And I'm just standing there like, oh, there's a cart right beside me.
Well, I actually met Ricky. He wasn't out in the weather. It was Anderson, and he was in a nice. I mean, he was inside, getting to shoot the camera. So he didn't really have to work hard that night.
Well, that's good.
Made it easy on him.
Yeah, I don't know. I was struggling that night. I had a pinched nerve in my back. That's what happens when you get old. Old guys like me, we got to deal with stuff like that.
I did something to my shoulder. I understand. I reached out, did something. Now my shoulder's killing me. Even tried a massage gun. I got a knot in it. It's bruising. But we're looking at Cam Peterson here. And what do you think of the VR headset stuff?
Well, that one is crazy. It's like a double screen, man. It's so big. But I've tried to do a little bit of VR racing. I've tried to do a little bit of VR racing, and it's very difficult.
The producer can say things that we're not allowed to say. Yeah. It works.
Always puts a smile on our face.
Well, it's fun to hear, though. But Cam Peterson, man, he's an alien. He's not of this world. He's out here just making lap times that no one else can touch.
Well, and it's funny because he's in the Beetle, and
overall,
and he's second overall. We had Josh. Yeah, well, yeah, he's got 2 laps on his next competitor, but Josh didn't do too bad. He had a lap on the field, and all Cam has to do. Oh, he got a little wonky there. He actually spun it around.
We'll do a little re-entry action right there. That's okay. He's got time. So you know what I was telling you a minute ago is the Volkswagen is slow at the start of the race. It's going to get better for him. He's going to make up time.
It's pretty scary to think that it's going to get faster, Taylor.
It does seem scary, but I mean, could he chase down Connor Berry? It's a tall order, but if Berry makes a mistake, which is doubtful, he could go up there and maybe challenge for the overall.
All right. What's the percentage that he goes up there? Like, what's the percentage you guys said that he has an opportunity to chase down Connor Berry?
I'm not betting against him.
I'm going to say 40%. I'm not going to give him a full 50. I'll give him 40.
I'll give him 35.
40% chance. I mean, it's not like the weather forecast at Indy. Was it too soon to make a weather joke for Larson?
No, I'd say a fair game.
Yeah.
I don't expect a waiver.
Yeah, I don't think. I hope he gets the waiver. What about you, Ricky?
I'm watching my teammate get flipped over right here, but he just did a barrel roll and kept going. So, yes, I do think Larson's going to get a waiver. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by my team.
Is he going to get a waiver for this?
Yeah, we need one.
And
well, he seems all good, and all of a sudden,
not good.
Not good indeed. Right, I think here is where it's safe to say. Oh yeah. Oh. Just absolute gets ran over by a truck.
Went to the. Luckily, there's no damage. That's definitely race over. What's the gap between Peterson and Barry here? 54 seconds and 20 minutes.
Or 20 laps.
Yeah. Only 2 cars on the lead lap here in this race after what would have been going for an hour and 20?
Yeah, you've been going for an hour and 20. 20 minutes to go.
Huh. There's Connor. He's got a good bit of traffic. I mean, this could be it.
Oh, well, here goes one driver. That's our
That's Cam.
That's Cam right there having problems. So
he's not catching him now.
Yeah, now it's game over.
Ricky, I think you're bad luck for him.
I know it. You never know, though. I mean, there's anything can happen in a race like this. Cars come at you the opposite direction. You know, you never know.
Does Cole Fisher have a mullet? Is that a true mullet? That's a beautiful mullet.
Oh my goodness.
Wonder if my wife would let me do that.
You might scare your daughter.
Georgia actually likes my long hair, crazy enough. It's the weirdest thing in the world. She pulls mine harder than she pulls Harley's. Ricky, you got anything for me? Plug your Twitch channel.
Yeah, we're twitch.tv/hardintowall. We're gonna do some moon car action. So after this fine event is over, come on over, tune in and watch a little moon car, Moonhead on Twitch. He's a riot.
I hear after some news that broke today that his panel is going to. I'm not even going to say what they're going to do, but I'd imagine it's going to be comedic gold.
Usually is.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what is like breaking headlines. I don't watch the news, but I hear it was something massive.
It was really fun to talk to you guys. Thanks for pulling me up here. I'm gonna go over to that server and get ready for this thing to kick off, and I'm gonna wish my guys on the Bumbling Dirty Sliding Maniacs team, the 533 Volkswagen, a lot of luck. Team BDSM to the front.
Well, good luck, Ricky, and have fun in Moon Car.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
I'll be supporting the mess out of you.
Love you. Have a good one.
Love you. Well,
indeed.
17 minutes to go.
Yeah, currently it's Connor Berry leading the charge in your Pro 4 trucks. Then you got Trevor Teal and the PLT Motorsports leading in your Pro Rallycross class with the, of course, Subaru. And then you got Dane Simpson in the Core Racing Network. Possibly, I'll have to double check. I don't think that's officially yet, actually. It's showing Cody Winecki leading the charge in the Pro 2 category. Yep, as there you see him there in the limited trucks. And then last but not least, Cam Peterson, second overall, but leading in the limited rallycross class. There you see Mr. Robotno.
Yeah, I don't get the...
I don't know either. That's a little too extravagant for me.
Yeah. I wonder what that cost him. Like, I wonder what the what that is.
Stand by.
Yeah. You said a Pimax Crystal? Huh. I've never heard of it.
I've heard of them and I've seen them. You ready for a price?
Oh yeah, please tell me.
Okay, I'll let you guess what the price is first.
$1,700.
Oh, you were close. $1,679.
If I was playing the Price is Right. I mean, yeah, let's go, baby.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah. Well, actual retail price.
So that's off a Newegg. Off of Amazon, it's $16.99.
I would see 17. Maybe we're $1 on it. Let's go. All right, Drew Carey. Hey, we'll record this one and post it out there. I should be the host of The Price is Right when you retire. Bob Barker, Drew Carey, Terry Radford, Price is Right host. And I've never hosted anything. Not even a potluck. So I have no idea how to host. I don't know how to host nothing. We'll make it work. But Mika Leitcher's back there in the 77, second in the Pro 4s. You like that one? I actually saw the truck that we were on. I'm starting to get the hang of this one again. He's running second, one lap down, and that's because Connor Berry came down to make a pit stop, and then Cam Peterson came down as well. So our two overall leaders, and then you got Winicki back there in another overall run. I believe that is in the Subarus, and then our pro. Can't remember what color our Pro 2 is, but Trevor Teal. So Teal is out there in the Subi, so he's leading that one. Our Pro 2, that's our Pro 2 leader is Winicki. Color coordination's not my thing. The board's not color coordinated here, but yeah. So Cody holding that overall lead, Teal back there, and then Drapkin still has an opportunity here to catch. This is the only one, Taylor, that has people on the lead lap that has a race for the lead.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one to watch. It's about 3 seconds separating your drivers in the Pro 2 category with Winicki and Zachary Drapkin, as that Racecraft Academy Blue is trying to hunt him down to take that class lead and class win away. Last time by, Drapkin was about 0.6 of a second faster than Winicki, so he's barreling down on him, and he is looking to try to see if he can take this race lead away with 13 or 14 minutes left to go.
Yeah, and you still got Sean Winkler in this field as well. So your two Racecraft Academy vehicles in the top 3 for that Pro 2 series. So whatever Drapkin could do here, he actually closed in over very close to a second coming through the corner there. So if he can make this work in 13 minutes and 24 seconds, that would be an incredible finish to the end. But I mean, they're in the same picture frame now. Now it's under 3 seconds.
Yeah, he is closing. It's now under 3 seconds. And another one to keep an eye on as well as far as other battles. Really don't see any other battles for position. Matthew Grove's about 15 seconds back from your limited car class of Cam Peterson. So Matt could maybe see about closing in if Cam makes mistakes, as he's been doing here recently.
Yeah, Cam must be getting used to that diamond thing that he's got on his face. I mean, he's still two laps back. Yeah, he's got some time. He's gonna have to royally screw up to lose this one. There's David Holdren on pit lane. Connor Berry, your overall race leader here at the moment. So, a couple people flipping behind him.
Having some troubles.
You said Bean?
Aaron Bean.
Show that beautiful Bean footage. I didn't know we even had somebody here. There is the Bean footage. I miss the Bush's Baked Bean commercials, like the good ones with the dog. Yeah, the dog. I miss the dog.
Hashtag bring back the dog.
Well, bring back the steer.
Yeah.
Got a lot going on there in the Aaron Bean machine. Turn right to go left. Yes, the Bean machine, baby. It's there.
All right, Aaron, you have a job to do. Make the Bean machine come in for the next one we come back in August.
Yeah, battle for second Beetle class between Kaplinger and Grove. So you talked about Grove here a little earlier, and not a bad little fight going on. Grove racing with the team Slapex Racing, the TWRS machine, and then our second place driver with Kaplinger. I believe he's coming out of the Move Over. It's speedy time.
Well, it's certainly speedy time for It's certainly speedy time for Eric Klappinger as he is trying to barrel down on Matthew Grove as we get our drone footage on him as they try to chase down second place in class. They won't catch Cam Peterson here with closing in on 10 minutes to go, but this will be a fun one to watch for the battle for P2 as he'll hop around a little bit right there. Matthew Grove sets the car in place and will pull away as they come out of the corner.
Well, the funny story for the move over at Speedy Time machine, Marcos Palacio flipped that thing a couple times, and then so did Brian Sawyer. So the fact that Eric got in the car and is able to move up as fast, I mean, he had to come down pit lane here, but I believe Grove has to pit as well. So if you're Matt Grove, you're pitting in the same time frame, you got the opportunity. You take a look right here at the 5th place position, Cole Fisher, best hair in the field by far. I would say by far. I don't know what you think about mullets, Taylor, but I'm with it.
I mean, it's business in the front and party in the back, so you can't.
Well, he just partied on the back bumper there of somebody else.
He certainly did.
Who did he punt out of the way?
I have no idea who he punted out of the way, but he sent them.
That was a full send. That was straight business.
Yep, here we go. Replay.
There it is. Who did he sent. Doug Betts. That's good. That's a good name. Doug Betts. What does he bet on? No.
Good try on that one.
Yeah, I'll quit. This is why I retired. This is why I retired. This is why I was done. What we got? There's Doug Betts in the 22. Oh, well, one spins out behind. Here comes the Bean machine. He's running 9th. I mean, that's not bad.
No, not a bad run for him at all as he's continuing on with his run here. He's trying to see if he can catch up to Garrett Moore, but he is not. He's a lap behind right now.
I demand that the Admin Express Racing team puts nothing but beans on that car next time. I'm talking like it could be baked beans. I'll even take a pinto bean. Like just assorted beans. Maybe even a jelly bean. Just give me beans. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, give me something. Just one of each bean on the car. Taylor, and then we can just go through and count how many beans are on it.
Yes, let us do that.
I mean, it's good filler time.
It is good filler time. We have 100 minutes to do that.
Yeah. How many beans does it take to paint the truck? we can play a whole game with people in the chat. Be like, hey, how many beans do you think's on it? Like, how many beans are there technically in the world?
Oh God.
I'll take a wild guess. I think I'm not going to Google it. Ryan can see I'm not Googling. I think there's over 400 beans. Not like individual flavors of jelly beans, because there's a lot of them. Like there's hot beans, there's licorice, lemon.
All right.
The assorted.
So go ahead and make. You said 400.
It's over 400.
Oh, well, you're right. It's over 400. There's 40,000 varieties
Of beans?
of beans.
40,000 beans.
Yeah.
Holy
You
shit.
learned something new here on Racecraft TV with Taylor and Terry. Thank you. That's our talk.
Yes, we should just start a podcast called The Bean Show or Bean Time with Terry and Taylor. Just talk beans. Like, all we do is just get random beans
so here's
and
the
eat
funny
it.
thing. So story time right quick. So one of my guys who's does a lot of our photography work for Kart Chaser will literally go around and pick a different soup name, a variety of soup, and make that our special photos where it's like all of us doing wacky stuff or anything like that. And he would call it from tomato soup to, we went through and tried to find different names of soup in order to just make it fun. Right? We gone chicken noodle soup, a couple of other interesting soups. We have.
Are you taking a picture with the can of soup?
No, we are not.
Oh, okay. You had me scared there for a second.
No.
What are you doing with the soup can?
We're not doing anything with a soup can.
Okay.
The name of the folder.
Oh, okay. You scared me for a second, Taylor.
Lord, where did you go in your mind?
I got 5 minutes, and I don't think I have time to explain it.
Good idea.
But I don't.
Let's go back to the race cars and race trucks.
There's the bean. The beans are over. There's Borschinger fighting back here in the Pro 2 side of things.
Yeah, the Borsinger is trying to hold on through here as he works his way around for that position. As a couple of trucks go around in front of him, he's going to try to hold on for dear life as he will lose a spot maybe here. As Connor Berry is just doing what Connor Berry does best, and that's just dominate the field.
Does his own thing.
Does his own thing indeed.
Guy's in his own zip code.
He is.
Like, pro world champ. Oh, boy.
Oh, chaos.
Is that Connor just absolutely bodying another human?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, he pulled out in front of him. That's good. This is an absolute mess back here behind him.
It is. It's just chaos every which way you look.
But they're about to junk each other here. Watch.
Oh yeah. I mean, you got 3 wide heading up a jump, heading over this crest right here where you know there's chaos. And
Oh,
right
there it is.
There it is. Oh,
Oh.
more chaos.
Oh, big mess back there. And that's Holdren.
That is Holdren.
He was, wasn't he like 4th at one point in time in this race? The team was, at least, yeah. Oh, man. We knew it was going to come to blows.
It was.
Here it is. Oh. Wait, I mean, there's so many blinding corners here, and they're high speed. So by the time you get out to the straights, you're up and around. So we have Connor Berry absolutely waxing the field. Cam Peterson doing Cam Peterson things as well. The 74 there, having a good time. Trevor Teal leading his series as well. So I mean, pretty much all of our guys, Zachary Drabkin, all very talented race car drivers. No surprise.
No surprise indeed, and they are continuing to showcase their talents as we ride on board with the PVR machine of Nick Hapiak. Hapiak.
Yeah, I called him Happy Ass one time, and I was wrong, but it's Hapiak.
Well, I'm pretty sure he would be a little more happier if he was in the top 5, at least in his class.
Or winning in his class. Yeah, I think he's always a happy guy.
He is.
Like if you ever talk to him, he seems to always be happy. 2 minutes 25 to go in the Misadventure Great Lakes 100 here at Bark River. And Taylor, I kind of promised people that we would bark at one point in time. So best bark you got? Just because you did that, I'm not barking.
Oh, you know what? No, you deserve it. You deserve it.
I ain't barking. So
no, you
I'm just kidding. Yeah. I bark all day.
Oh my God.
Oh, I just pissed my dogs off because now they're barking.
And now is the baby asleep?
She was. I don't think she is now. Now Bauer gets the pleasure. My wife's probably going to come in here and slap me. But I definitely woke all my dogs up, and they started barking.
Oh no.
We'll see if she gets mad at me. 90 seconds to go now in this beautiful race. There's Dane Simpson, 6th place back here, just riding along, and 5th is right there. And then there's a bug that kind of floated across the windshield for a second. Yeah, there it is. There's Borsinger. And I believe that race just ended.
Oh yeah.
It ended. Yeah.
It ended. It's game over.
The producer curse, and I get a text from the wife instantly. What the blank is wrong with you?
A lot. There's a lot.
Well.
Oh, wow. Oh, does it keep going? Keep rolling?
O'Reilly.
No, I'm not doing the jingle.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Boom.
Boom.
Did land it. Let's go.
He did.
Here we go. 20 seconds. White flag will be in the air. Next time Connor Berry hits the start stripe. And it should be this time by. White flag will be in the air. 1 to go. There it is. And Connor Berry, he might have.
He just did.
He's like a full 90 laps ahead of everybody. For the driver of him and Jacob Rafas, not too bad. Checkered flag waves. And to the start stripe he'll come to take the overall win. There he goes. Across the line, he'll win this one. Cam Peterson takes your second spot. Overall, he'll take second, but he'll win in his class. So Cam Peterson winning for Nitro Circus Sim Racing in the Beetle. We go back there to Trevor Teal. He's going to take the win in the beautiful, I believe that is, he's racing in the Subarus. Yes, the Subarus. Him and Chris Leone will pull the win for PLT Motorsports. And then we'll see our Pro 2 driver come across the board, and there he is. Mr. Drapkin.
And now chaos ensues.
Yes, now we just park everybody and all the lights go out.
Absolutely amazing. Great group of drivers out here having a good time. As I just saw one car just drop down from the sky like it was raining trucks.
Never mind. I had one. Well, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the results and post-race interviews.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Take a look at your results for the Great Lakes 100, or the Misadventures Great Lakes 100. Nitro Circus Sim Racing Team Connor Berry takes the overall win. He also won the Pro 4 side. Cameron Peterson back there in the Volkswagen class was almost a lap down, but was not. Tellith Tubbies with Paul Mikulaitis just 1 lap down. Pro 4s in second. Zach Blanche, 10mm sockets. Doug Betts back there. Cole Fisher, David Holdren. And then your second place in class for your Volkswagen was Matthew Grove. Trevor Teal wins your Subaru class, and Zachary Drapkin winning your Pro 2 class as well.
Moving on down the line, we will see as follow. Get the thing rolling here. Racecraft Academy, Sean Winkler will come home second in his class, followed by Move Over at Speedy Time with Eric Clappinger and Gerald DeFino in the Saints and Center Racing third and fourth in the Volkswagen class. Bobby Blowers will be with the Orlando Outlaw eSports team. They'll come home seventh in class with Squadra Stuns with Matthew Morris second in class, followed by TMR Motorsports in the Pro 4's James Truman in eighth in class. Third in class, rounding out your podiums in the Subarus, it'll be Corey Bonduanat, who will come home with the SRC Miller Subacats. Then Grills with Aaron Bean in ninth. Team AMX will round out your podium with Anthony Janes in the Pro 2 category. Then Core Racing Networks with Dane Simpson.
Take it back there to the next little roll of Joseph Diamacoma, or Como, with Crime Pays with Sim Racing Doesn't, racing fifth in Volkswagen. Tom Grady, TG, racing fourth overall for the Subies. Joe Spinelli is sixth with the Bubbling Dirty Sliding Maniacs. Paul Nelson, Snoop, there it is. Nick Happyack, PBR racing. Zach Mitchell with the AAFO team. Don Runkle Jr., Team Dondo. Zach M. And Hemrick Dirt Racing, Steve Sturkmain, and Jumpy Trucks Industry, and Corey Fern back there with Sassy Sasquatch Racing.
Moving on down the line for your last four vehicles, and it's Cody Winecki in the Team Cody Winecki machine, followed by Solomon Borschinger, then Leo Morora, and Josh Mertz, who round out your field of 34 competitors.
Well, this has been fun. I see we have a couple people down there below us. Not sure if we pull those up. I'm with whoever. I like it. Let's see who comes up. We'll make these short and sweet. Hello.
How are we doing tonight, sir?
We're good. How are you?
I am wonderful.
How was the race?
The race was absolutely amazing. It's very messy. I'm very surprised we ended up second place in the Beetle Lite, especially after getting turned around backwards on lap one. Went really good. Just want to give a huge shout out to my wife and children, my teammate, Slapex Racing, Jake Robichaud. We had a killer night tonight. Our Team Watson car did amazing. Big shout out to Chris and the boys over at Yes2, everybody here for the broadcast, and we're definitely looking forward to round two already.
We like it. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. All right, then. Well, Taylor, you've got next.
Yeah, I caught up with Jake Robichaud, who is with us. Jake, I mean, great run for you so far. I mean, walk us through the chaos that you had to deal with here tonight.
The racing here is so much fun. I mean, there were some pretty wild, intense moments. It's all about just trying to stay out of trouble, stay consistent, put the laps down, head down, and try. You know, we did a great job spotting ourselves, I think. So, great team effort with Maddie. We have a blast doing this, guys. We love the show. We can't wait to come back. Can't wait for another round. It's so much fun here at VORTEX.
It really was, as we keep an eye on all of the action. We look forward to seeing you guys come back in August. I mean, anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go and enjoy your rest of your evening?
Hey, Teffer, big shout out to my wife for putting up with me in the sim rig here all the time. Huge shout out to my teammate Matt. Can't do it without him. Great guy. We spent a lot of time here just running laps, practicing, having fun. Above all, we have fun. And above all, thank you guys and Racecraft for putting this on. Fantastic show, guys. Appreciate you.
Absolutely. We appreciate it and look forward to seeing you guys in August for the next one. And I believe we have some of our winners from the Volkswagen category joining us up here in the booth. Mr. Cam Peterson. Cam, you got a copy? And Josh.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Well,
yep.
Gentlemen. Well, first and foremost, gentlemen, you put on an absolute dominating run in the Volkswagen class.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. That race is always a blast. I'm definitely a little worried about the next time, though. I think we might have to pick a different car.
Are you thinking about going over into the Pro 4s?
Well, I don't know.
I think I'll probably lean towards the Pro too. I didn't pick it. I usually don't want to be in the slower car, but they weren't really slower. I mean, by much.
Yeah, I mean, I think the truck seemed easier to drive at this point. For some reason, it's super difficult to drive the RX cars. They just bounce everywhere compared to normal. They got more grip, so like sometimes they push when you don't expect to. Sometimes they just hook up and you don't expect to. So it's pretty tricky compared to the last couple of seasons. And I know I made some mistakes, and I've seen a lot more carnage in the RX cars, and I think than what I'm used to out there.
I want to talk about that big monstrosity you had on your head. How do you race with that thing on?
One lap at a time, Jerry.
I figured
we
I'd
both
ask.
race with those Pimax VRs, but yeah, it's not that bad. It's actually the best field of view. You get it's like having triples on your face.
Yeah, they're no heavier than like a helmet is really. So,
Yeah.
and you're just kind of sitting in a chair. So, I mean, just get a fan blowing on you, and you're fine. And nothing beats it, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're gonna make me have to go out there and buy one. I don't know what the wife would think of it, but I might be a professional sim racer one day. I might need something like that.
Yeah, maybe. VR is awesome, man. The immersion of it is just it's what makes it so much better, especially on the dirt here where we're sliding sideways all the time and you're looking out the side windows as much as the rear. It's definitely the way to go, in my opinion.
I like it. Well, boys, congrats on your win here in the Volkswagen on our second. No, you guys won. Yeah,
well, we won our class, second overall.
You're second
we won the overall a couple
Don't-
times before, but I'd like Cam said, I think with the updates to everything, it's going to be a little harder to do that now in this car. So, yeah, I don't know.
I also don't mind losing to teammates overall. So
that's true. Nitro swept it, right? So it was a Nitro night for all of you.
Yeah, Teal won his class too. That's awesome.
Well, he came in here and said that he sucked, and we told him he didn't. So
wow,
it works. But good job, congrats for Nitro Circus. We're gonna yank y'all's teammate up here too. I think with some guy named Connor Berry. I've never heard of the guy, like some champ or something. Connor Berry, what are you doing?
What's up?
What are you doing?
Well, we got first, so I am excited.
Well, Taylor, this is your guy. We'll let you talk to the previous world champion.
Well, Connor, I mean, you put on a dominant run from start to finish with you and Jacob. I mean, just walk us through. I mean, we see right here on one of the highlight reels, you just avoiding the absolute chaos. I mean, I've never seen you or Jacob make a single mistake throughout this race. Did you happen to make a mistake, or did you have some close calls out there on the track?
We started in like 34th. Our goal was just to go out there and have some fun, and we did that. On the 8th lap, we got up to P6, and then I had us pit because I knew if we could go and get some tires that we can get a bunch of time, and we went from 6th to 1st. So once we got into first, it was basically just trying to be smooth and avoid the carnage, and we did that. I got the truck around the 50th lap, and my job was easy. I had a pretty big gap thanks to Jacob, and I just had to go out there and drive. It was definitely hard trying to avoid all of those cars, but it definitely was fun, and I'm glad that we were able to go and get first.
Well, before we let you go and celebrate the victory and get ready for the next time that we'll have the action here with S2 Motorsports, anyone like to give a shout out to?
For sure. A big thanks to Jacob. He did good. We obviously we were quick. Our speed was good, and obviously our goal was just to go out there and get the first, and he did that good. So a big thank you to him, and congrats to my teammates on first in the RX and then Pro 2. And big thank you to you for the stream and Chris for the event.
That is your race winner for the Nitro Circus Sim Racing team, Connor Berry, taking home the checkered flag here tonight. And seeing if we got anyone else who joins us in the booth. Well, there's Mr. Trevor Teal and Chris Leone.
Hello
Hi,
again.
guys.
Hello again, indeed.
That was wild.
Pretty wild indeed. I mean, walk us through how you were able to, because Trevor, I mean, there was a couple of times you were having to negotiate some chaos around you during that race.
Yeah, I really could have just hung out and stayed out of it, but I don't know. I have that mentality of just going for it. So
Well, it's like, where's the fun in that if you don't go out there and have a little fun and try to get through some of the chaos that happened?
yeah, I mean that's part of it. You don't get any other experience like it really, and so yeah, it's just fun to do for sure.
Absolutely, and we'll see how all the amazing racing that we still have to come in August, and then of course in December, just after Christmas, with the group therapy events. I mean, Chris, first and foremost, we talked about it already with you before, but where can people go to come out here, race in your weekly series that you have, and also maybe come out for the next event that'll be happening in August?
Oh yeah, follow at Yes2 Motorsport, Twitter, Instagram, wherever else. I don't know why I said wherever else, because it's only those two places, and yes2motorsport.com, which I don't do a very good job of updating. But we are racing every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We've got all sorts of fun stuff like this going on. The next of these races, as you mentioned, August, that's the Sierra Nevada 100 at Wild West. Another great event, usually the smallest of the three that we do. So I would love to get those entry numbers up. But yeah, the end of every month we have some bigger multi-class, whether it's multiple races or one big one like this that we do. And then we've got our weekly series kind of going between that and a lot of other fun, goofy stuff. Great crew of people. Certainly a great group of people on our race car that I am going to pull up and pause my replay and change the camera angle so I can read everybody off, because I forget everybody I put on the car. Obviously, Jim Beaver's Misadventure clothing. Jim for stepping up and doing the race and everything. Our respective teams, JB for me, Nitro Sim team for Teal. Our friends, obviously, at Nitro Cross. Apex Gaming PCs, which both Jim and Racecraft have discount codes for. Vision Wheel, Rigid Industries, Next Level Racing, Kemimoto, the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb, which I'll be at later next month. I think I got everybody, Teal. Just thanks for carrying me again.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks to Racecraft and these guys for putting on the broadcast for sure.
Yeah, you guys always do a fantastic job with these. Taylor, Terry, Bauer, Josh for putting up with these asks, obviously, on short notice all the time. Everybody else who participated, like I said. We'll see everybody in August, but I hope some people stick around and do some more of the weekly races, because I got some cool stuff up my sleeve.
Well, thanks for putting up with me and Terry's tomfoolery during the whole broadcast. I mean, we talked a little racing, but we also talked a little chaos.
You guys are probably the most professional part of the whole thing. Come on.
I don't know about
knowing how we all drive. I mean, nobody's malicious, but we all. I gave up the lead pretty early, just off a total unforced error, and I want to shout out everybody else in our class. Squadra Stunzeed really gave us a run for our money. Russell and Matt Morris for a lot of the race. SRC Miller with Corey and Fish. The TG guys, I was so bummed when I saw that early wreck for Aiden and Tom, because they are so freaking fast in this car, and I was worried that I wasn't going to have the speed to beat them, and then obviously Ian and Zach with Fafo for making the late switch and jumping out of the trucks and and shoring up the Subi class a little bit. So it's a blast racing with everybody, and thank you all again. That was a lot of fun.
Well, that is Chris Leone and Trevor Teal, your unlimited cars, as Trevor is giving sound effects back there. But we'll now talk to our Pro 2 winners, our limited trucks, Wes Graham and Zach Drake. And gentlemen, first and foremost, y'all put on a stellar fight with several other competitors in your class. Walk us through how you felt like your guys' night went.
Well, first and foremost, got to thank Racecraft Academy, and Next Level Racing for being on the truck tonight. Got to thank Zach for teaming up with me. This is kind of a last minute thing we threw together a couple of days ago. I wasn't even signed up. I normally race these races pretty consistently, but we figured it out there towards the figured out our stints there in the beginning, and I just went out there. Somehow I saved extra fuel. I don't know how we did it, but as soon as Zach got into truck, he just took off flying. Ran down our teammates and Sean and Cody, and then we set our sights on Winecki, and coming down there to that last pit stop, we did not take tires at the end, and they did, and that happened to be the end all be all.
Well, absolutely. And Zach, I mean, you had a couple of close calls out there for you as well. I mean, how was it out there racing in these Pro 2 trucks, and what makes this truck so special to drive around here, as it is one of the stepping stones that we'll see?
Oh, 100%. I think the Pro 2s are a lot of fun, and realistically, I think that I do got to say is a lot of teamwork. Wes got me through the field. There was a lot of carnage, and to be honest, going through the Beetle lights, I've never done a multi-class event. This was my first event, realistically, and driving through Pro 4s, Pro 2s, rallycross cars, open and unlimited, and realistically, there are speed differences. I was just trying to hold my own, and realistically, I was trying to keep up with the guys. I knew that if I get in the draft in a Pro 4, we had the speed to do it, to keep up with some of the Pro 4s. Connor and the rest of the Nitro team was just gone. So I knew if I can get behind them, we got some draft. That brought us a lot of time. Actually, it was a lot of teamwork that was working out here. So I do got to just shout out the whole team that everyone backed us, and Wes got me through all the carnage. I couldn't have done it. It's just the teamwork was amazing. I'm stoked for this combo, and I'm stoked for the next one.
Well, we thank you, gentlemen, for coming out here tonight and putting on a stellar show for us in the Pro 2 category, and look forward to seeing you guys the next time we race here at the Yes2 Motorsports Endurance Series.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys indeed. As we come to a close, I think Terry, due to the fact of his situation that he had to deal with barking, he has to now rock a baby to sleep. So we'll go ahead and close it out. The next round for the Vortex Yes2 Motorsports Endurance will be the Sierra Nevada 100, August 29th. If you want to go and enjoy this series, go check them out at Yes2 Motorsports on all of their social media platforms. Sign up, and you can have a chance to be here on Racecraft TV's next broadcast on August 29th. And we hope to see you there with myself and Terry Radford, our amazing producer, Mr. Ryan Bauer. This has been a production of Racecraft TV and Yes2 Motorsports, and we'll see you next time for more high-flying action for the Misadventures 100 here, presented by Jim Beaver eSports.